Hey, okay, so I'm back. I'm gonna be posting a lot more videos here in the next few weeks. And then like I talked about in my last video, I want to touch on quarterly revenue. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I just wanna jump back into things. It's been crazy. I took my kids out of daycare. I am transitioning from working in my office to working from home. Daycare has been an out of control expense. I have 3 small children. My oldest is 6, and then I have 2-year-old twins, and just daycare and after school care alone was costing us like $2,700 a month. I am in the Central Florida area. I live in Orlando and my office is in Lakeland, so I do have a bit of a commute as well. I have been making that commute for like the last 8 years, so it has been really nice to just kind of be able to stay at home. But during the transition period, I've been setting up an office at home, getting my kids used to being at home, adjusting myself to being with my kids all day. So that has been a lot to take in. And then, as everybody knows, everybody is coming to Florida. So I've been fighting for my life to make sure that as a Florida-based carrier, we get access to these good paying loads that are happening down here right now. It's watermelon season. There's cantaloupes going out of here. Strawberries just finished. Blueberries just finished. Blueberries are just blip, and then they're gone. They are a sensitive product to haul. We actually didn't haul any raspberries this year, so that was a little bit different. I didn't even see any on the board. Corn and stuff should start flowing soon. Watermelons are in full swing, but they're moving up north. So they've been down in Arcadia, Immokalee, and stuff like that. And then they're going to slowly move up Sulphur Springs to Georgia and then the Carolinas. So we will probably chase some of that. Right now, Florida is slowing down all the international produce that was coming out of Miami that they ship into the ports down there. All of that has come to a halt. That's where a lot of your cantaloupes and stuff like that come from. A lot of your melons comes right into the facilities down there. It's kind of cool if you've never been down there to that area. There's a big produce, I don't want to call it produce, but like C.H. Robinson Fresh has a huge warehouse down there. Amazon has a big warehouse down there. I want to say there's another big brokerage that has a warehouse down there. Anyways, they're all set up on an airport, and the planes just come right in with the fruit, and then they take it from the airplane straight into the warehouse, and then from the warehouse straight into your truck. So it's kind of neat if you've never been down to Miami to haul fresh produce that comes in. So what I want to go on about today is the video that I promised, a quarterly report. Again, my channel is all about transparency. I don't lie. I don't lie to my drivers. I don't make stuff up. These are real numbers. This is my first quarter report. I am a small trucking company out of Mulberry, Florida. I had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 trucks running for the first quarter. I am looking to hire some new owner operators. So if there's anybody out there that wants to come on with me, that would be awesome. I pay 70% to my owner operators. If you have your own equipment, meaning you bring your own trailer with you, I pay 75%. And if you don't, you get 70%. I do direct deposits every week. I offer TransFlow. I have fuel cards. I offer on-site parking. I have a mechanic on-site. And then also you have access to my commercial accounts with Freightliner, Rush Truck Centers. I have some stuff with Nextran. I'm set up with Thermo King. I have it all. And then I also have some commercial tire accounts with Goodyear and stuff like that. So I have a lot of things that I offer. We are a small family-run business, so it is actually just me and my aunt that do everything. And yeah, so it's very small. It's very tight-knit. A lot of my guys have been with me for 10 plus years, and I am looking to expand and hire some new guys. So if you are interested, you can email me or comment on the video below. But anyways, back to the numbers is what I'm here to talk about today. Like I said, I had 12 guys running. I did a total of $599,000 for the first quarter. Well, really you could say $600,000 even, because it's $599,853. We hauled a total of 428 loads between those 12 guys from January 1st through March 31st. That is what a quarter is. So quarters are 4 quarters in the year, January, February, and March. We did $600,000 in gross profit. Now that is not how much money I made. I do pay my drivers out of that money. So this is not a get rich overnight scheme, just so everybody knows. So $600,000 was gross profit to my company. Out of that, we did 428 loads. Out of that, we had a total of 11,551 deadhead miles for the entire fleet, and a total of 837,000 loaded miles for the fleet. My, how do I want to break this down for you guys? I'll do this by my highest gross paying driver versus my highest per mile driver. I know a lot of people are out there, you know, you're always chasing the highest price per mile. And while that is great, and you obviously want to get the highest paying loads, that does not always mean that you are going to have the highest profit for a driver. So my highest per mile driver, he averaged $3.63 per mile. And again, let me go back on this. These are all reefer trucks. I'm sorry, I'm so sweaty. It's like 900 degrees in Florida, but the lighting outside is so good right now, and inside my house it sucks. So I'm kind of sweaty. But again, my highest paid per mile driver was $3.63. That was his average per mile. So he made a little bit more and a little bit less at times. His total loaded miles was 8,263. So again, he did not work that much for the first quarter of the year. Now, he did a lot of local work because there was a lot of produce. So that's where the price per mile was a lot higher than what you see average if you are over the road. But again, $3.63 a mile. He did a total of 33 loads for the first quarter. A lot of them were short hops all over the state of Florida. And he only grossed $32,410. Now, that's not a lot for gross for the first quarter. He did 33 loads. He could have been doing multiple loads a day, so he really didn't work that much for the first quarter. My highest gross revenue driver brought in a total of $72,322. First quarter, again, January through March of this year, reefer driver. So his gross total that went to his truck, this does not include fuel or any expenses that he had, $72,322. He did a total of 56 loads for the first quarter, and he averaged $3 a mile in a reefer. His total loaded miles was 22,730, and his deadhead miles was 1,349. Now, he was a hard worker for the first quarter, obviously. He did 56 loads, $72,000 in gross profit, and then he averaged $3 a mile, which is actually really good. He worked his ass off for me, and I greatly appreciate him. He doesn't turn down any loads. He understands that sometimes to get to a better market, you got to take a lower rate. But he was still able to manage $3 a mile, which is pretty amazing in the market that we're in right now, which is do or die. Cutthroat or get your throat cut, basically. So these are the things that I want to touch on. I did my my top revenue driver and then my highest per mile driver. So now I'll show the bad side of it. So my lowest per mile driver, sorry, I'm looking at my chart in real time so that way you guys know I'm not making this up, is going to be actually one of my own tractors. So like I've said before, most of my fleet is made up of owner operators. I do own 3 of my own trucks, and this truck actually broke down in the first quarter this year. It blew an injector and the starter, and then it actually had some problems at the beginning of the year and had a little bit of somewhat of a rebuild, not a complete rebuild on the motor, but now needs another injector. So I would say this truck only worked a month and a half out of the first quarter, only did 14 loads, brought home $18,000 to the truck. He had a total of 837 deadhead miles and then 6,756 loaded miles, and he still averaged $2.38 a mile in a reefer, and this is in my tractor. So again, I don't play favorites with my drivers. My trucks all work the same. Just because it's my truck, they don't get better loads. It just depends who's available to take the loads, when, who's willing to work, and so on and so forth. So to recap, for the first quarter, my Central Florida based fleet Highest price per mile for the first quarter that we were paid was $3.63 a mile. My lowest paid truck was averaging $2.38 a mile. My highest gross driver made $72,322. And my lowest gross truck was $18,044. And unfortunately, that was my truck, but it was down for about a month and a half. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, I am looking for owner-operators. I have reefers and dry vans available. I'm in Central Florida. I have parking. I have a mechanic on site. You have access to my shop as well. I have national fleet accounts with Goodyear. I have Rush Truck Centers, Freightliner dealerships, Nextran. Kind of have connections everywhere just from being in the business for a while. You can email me, comment on my video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what everybody else is averaging out there. This channel is just about transparency. I want to talk. I want to open up to other drivers and just have something honest that's going on. Anyways, I'm gonna go inside and cool off now and cook my kids dinner. Thank you for watching my videos. I am hopefully gonna be able to post a lot more here in the next few weeks now that I've kind of settled into my new routine. I appreciate everybody that follows and watches my videos. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Tomorrow is Thursday, which means it's payday for my guys, so I got a lot of work ahead of me. But anyways, appreciate it. I will talk to you guys soon and look out for my next video.